Hi. Welcome back to our channel. Do you know that the Aged Care Labour Agreement, aimed at addressing the severe shortage of aged care workers in Australia, has raised concerns regarding potential risks involved? The agreement is a response to the findings of the Royal Commission into Aged Care Quality and Safety, which identified significant issues in the aged care industry. With the aging population, the shortage of workers is expected to worsen without appropriate measures. Stay tuned for more information on this issue. And if you find this content helpful, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. The necessity of an aged care labour agreement is undeniable. The agreement encompasses occupations such as nursing support workers, personal care assistants, and aged or disabled carers, all of which are currently facing massive shortages, despite recent wage increases funded through the budget. Although some aged care employers objected to the wage increase, it was a crucial step forward. However, implementing a nationwide labor agreement for semi-skilled occupations carries inherent risks that need to be carefully managed. The involvement of relevant unions in the agreement is a positive step toward reducing the risk of worker exploitation. Nonetheless, questions remain as to whether this will adequately address the full spectrum of risks. The key components of the Aged Care Labour Agreement involve several concessions from the standard skilled temporary entry visa requirements. These concessions include a 2-year pathway to permanent residence through the employer nomination scheme, instead of the standard 3 years. Streamlined visa nomination and priority processing, no post-qualification work experience requirement, unlike the standard minimum of 2 years, English language concessions for workers with relevant community language skills, and an annual salary of at least $51,222 or the Australian market salary rate, whichever is higher. A concession from the new standard requirement of $70,000 for skilled temporary visas starting July 1, 2023. The Australian Care Workers Association, ACWA, has been designated as the skills assessing body for aged care workers under this labour agreement. However, details regarding how ACWA will assess aged and disability care workers are currently unavailable, as the association is updating its guidelines and procedures. Notably, some private vocational education and training (VET) providers offer a 6-week course leading to a Certificate 3 in aged or disability care. It remains uncertain whether this course will meet the requirements set by ACWA. This arrangement raises a pertinent question for the 580,000 overseas students in Australia, the 180,000 temporary graduates, over 50,000 former students on a COVID visa, and more than 160,000 working holidaymaker visa holders. Why pursue a 3- or 4-year university degree when a cheap 6-week aged care course can provide them with permanent residence in just 2 years? After completing the required 2 years on a skilled temporary visa, these new permanent residents will have the freedom to work in any field, potentially leading many to leave the aged care industry due to low pay and demanding work conditions. This scenario presents a significant concern for Australian universities, which heavily rely on income from overseas student fees. There is a substantial risk of losing a significant number of students to private vet providers offering short-aged care courses, especially since higher education students can now switch providers after just 6 months, as opposed to the previous requirement of 12 months. Many private vet providers might attempt to offer these short courses, even if they lack expertise in the field. The crucial factor will be whether the Australian Skills Quality Authority, ASQA, the quality regulator, will grant them licenses to do so. A pressing question for ASQA and the government is whether training standards in this area need to be upgraded to align with the recommendations of the Aged Care Royal Commission, which emphasized the importance of highly trained aged care staff. Education and migration agents are likely to promote aged care courses to overseas students and others, guaranteeing permanent residence as an incentive. If a surge occurs in private vocational education and training (VET) providers offering aged care courses to overseas students, coupled with a significant increase in the number of overseas students completing these courses, there could potentially be a bottleneck during the employer sponsorship stage. This could arise if aged care providers receive an overwhelming number of applications due to their existing massive shortages. While the government may not currently be concerned about this possibility, it is important to recognize that shortages can quickly transition into an oversupply. In such a situation, there would likely be a considerable number of frustrated overseas students who invested their time and resources in aged care courses, only to discover that the shortage in the aged care industry has been resolved. The mismatch between the expectations of these students and the actual demand for workers in the sector could lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction. We hope you appreciate our efforts to provide important and accurate immigration information. Please share your feedback and suggestions in the comments section. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to show your support, and yes, don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for your valuable time, and we hope to see you again soon with another video. If you need any further assistance or want to discuss anything related to your immigration dreams, then you can book an expert consultation session with our team of registered migration consultants.